There are 6 color-coded screws which can be used to tune your Golf Achiever 2 unit. The green screws control the rotation of the laser line at its center. The center of the laser line is represented in the green circle. If one side of the laser line goes up, then the other side will go down. The yellow screws located behind the laser move the laser line up and down. The movement is parallel with the post arm. Sometimes the laser has to be moved manually. To do this, loosen the black and silver screw. Once the screws are loose, the laser can be rotated by hand. When starting a Golf Achiever software, you will receive a check frame error message if something is blocking the lasers or the unit's lasers are not aligned on the red lens. When this happens, hit abort and start your diagnostic program. Tools needed for laser alignment are 7/64 hex wrench and Phillips head screwdriver. The best position to align your Golf Achiever 2 lasers is by laying the unit on a flat surface. Once you have the diagnostic program open, select the correct COM port for your computer. Select Refresh Graph. Be sure the power light is on and your Golf Achiever is plugged into your computer. The graph displays colored bars representing a base sensor value. Clicking on a colored bar shows the sensor number, value, and threshold. There are a total of 32 sensors on each arm. The laser must be aligned on all 32 sensors along the red lens. To check on the post sensors, select the post option above the graph. It is recommended all sensor values be above 35 for the unit to work properly. The left side of the graph, labeled top, represents the sensors toward the top of the post arm. As shown in the image at the top right, the laser line is not hitting the red lens, resulting in no sensor values. The right side of the graph, labeled bottom, represents the sensors toward the bottom of the post arm. The laser line is above the red lens, also resulting in no sensor values. To adjust and approve the post sensor values, the base laser will have to be adjusted. Remove the base top cover by unscrewing the 3 Phillips head screws. Take off the top cover by pulling the cap inward toward the unit. We are now going to align the base laser for the post sensors. First, using the green screws, we are going to create a line parallel with the red lens. The line does not have to be on the red lens yet. In order to alter the line angle, one of the 2 green screws must be loosened and the second green screw must be hand tight. Do not over tighten the green screw because it will cause damage and the unit will not stay aligned. Once the laser line is parallel with the red lens, then we can raise the laser line using the yellow screws. Just like the green screws, one of the 2 yellow screws must be loosened first, and then the second yellow screw can be tightened to move the laser line. Once the laser line is on the red lens, usually a couple small adjustments must be made with the green screws to reach optimal sensor values. When complete, the laser line should be hitting all 32 sensors along the post arm. After the base laser is aligned on the post sensors, we will select the refresh button in the diagnostic program to update the current sensor values. After the refresh button turns green, we must select the calibrate button for the Golf Achiever 2 unit to have maximum threshold values, represented by the horizontal black line through the graph. As mentioned before, double check the lowest sensor value is over 35. This can be checked by selecting the lowest colored bar with your mouse pointer. When installing a new laser or when conventional tuning methods do not work, you may have to manually adjust the laser. Selecting the refresh button first shows the base sensor values. Selecting the post, you will see an example of a laser needing to be manually adjusted. Remember, it is advised to have all sensors with values of at least 35. To manually adjust the laser, loosen the silver screw first. This will loosen the laser within the roll mount. Next, you will loosen the black screw, which will loosen the laser from the laser sleeve. It is recommended to slightly loosen the green screws, but this step is not always needed. Now the laser will be able to move freely within the roll mount. Once all required screws are loosened, you will be able to move the laser line manually. Adjust the laser line with your fingers to be parallel with the red lens. If needed, adjust the yellow screws to have the laser line on the red lens. Once the laser is aligned on the red lens, first tighten the green screws. This will keep the laser line angle aligned. Then tighten the black and silver screws to secure the laser. Make any final adjustments with the green or yellow screws to achieve optimal sensor readings. Check all tuning screws are hand tight. Now that the unit is aligned, you will use the diagnostic program to update the sensor values by selecting the refresh button. Remember to always select the calibrate button to update the thresholds. Your Golf Achiever 2 system is now tuned and ready to be used. Enjoy your Golf Achiever software and all it has to offer.